Yeah, we good. We good. We friends. Everybody all right? Let's get it together here. Let's get it together here. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Sunday afternoon, fresh off a Philadelphia Eagles win, baby. Fresh off a Philadelphia Eagles win, baby. You know what I'm saying? You act like you know. So let's get into this thing. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about can't stand for nobody to tell them no. Can't stand for nobody telling them no. Yeah. Yeah. Can't tell them no. Act like you know. Y'all know I'm happy. Undefeated, baby. Sun always shines. They said we couldn't style on them. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. My name is SUNSEVENFIVTWO, baby. Sorry, hold on. I got it. Yeah. Hold it. Oh, what? I said it. I might have just re-injured my shoulder. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this, the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday. Today, from 4:45 till around 5:45-ish. And the reason that we say 5:45-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about can't stand nobody to tell them no. Who do you know that can't stand being told no? Now, nobody really likes being told no when they looking for the answer, which is yes, but not everybody handles being told no the same way. Some people fall out on the floor. These are full grown adults I'm talking about. If you've ever seen somebody get told no and they so used to being told yes because they so spoiled and they've been groomed and brought up and reared that way that they fall out on the floor, start pouting. They don't want to talk to you, try to give you the cold shoulder, try manipulation tactics or whatever. Like, you know, when somebody knows that you like them more than they like you and they are aware of that, so they use that to their advantage. Well, if I give him a cold shoulder, then he'll bend to my whims because he wants to be with me. That's something that I've seen a lot of women do. That's something that I've seen a whole lot of women do. That's something that I've seen a whole lot of women do. Talking about you, not you personally. You know who I'm talking about. You the type that really starts to pout as soon as somebody tell them no. Yo, what kind of thing? That's how it go. What can I do about it? I'm gonna talk about it. We gonna all shout it. Yo, if you can't stand being told no, this is your SHOW show. So that's how it's going down today. What's going on, my peoples? What up? What up? My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? And Grown Women Don't Try Me was good. And who's that? Chelsea Fontnot? He says trash. Thank you. You called me trash. You know what they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Thanks for coming through. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. We about to set this thing off. We about to get this going. Get this going. Yeah. Let me get this hardware out of the way and then we can take off. That's what we gonna do. Get the hardware out of the way. And then we just go ahead and run this thing. Now, for all of my peoples that's gonna try to front on the Eagles today. Well, y'all almost lost. Y'all almost didn't win. If this would have happened and that would have happened and blah, 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 diggy, blank, that the blank. I ain't trying to hear that. I don't want to hear none of that. The only time I analyze things is when I lose. When I win, I ain't analyzing nothing. Ain't no such thing as I almost lost. When I win, I definitely won. And it was meant for me to win. And I just went in there and took the crown. That's what my boys did today. EAGLES Eagles. That's what we had to do today. 4-0, undefeated. We ain't lost in like 19 games. Jalen Hurts is the number one quarterback. I don't care what nobody say. Trying to keep my man out of the top 5, out of the top 10. Cam Newton, you bum. Cam Newton, you bum. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit you say. You only saying that shit for clicks and likes. You trying to get in the algorithm. They get the algorithm hating on Jalen Hurts. I don't know if y'all peep that out. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to talk about that right now. I'm not here. You know what I need though? I need some water. Damn. Hold on. I mean, I got my colon ring. I drunk the tea earlier, so I ain't got that. Hold on, y'all. Let me get some water real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me get refreshed. But we are talking about can't stand for nobody to tell them no. Who is the most ruthless person that you know or have ever met when you told them no? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you might think that it's funny seeing the way a person acts when they're told no. And that's all right. It can be kind of funny if they are a child. But then again, it can be kind of serious if they are a child because you don't want a child to get into thinking that they are supposed to have everything that they want just because they want it. We got to safeguard against that. You know what I mean? We got to safeguard against that, son. Yeah. We can't be letting these babies grow up to be straight brats. We can't be letting our babies grow up to be straight black brats right in front of our eyes and act like we don't see it. Especially if we the one cultivating all of that garbage. Especially if we the ones cultivating all of that garbage. What's up, Nicole? How you doing, man? It's good to see me some of you. And Tori 2200. What's good? How you doing? It's good to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? See. Tori says, one day, can you talk about your concoctions in the cup, please, and thank you. Okay, you know what? I'll do that. I never did that live. I got a couple of videos showing you how to make it, but I can make it live. I can make it live. Matter of fact, I can get an extension cord, put the blender over here. I don't know if I want to do that. That shit get kind of messy. You know what I mean? It can get kind of messy. But I can put all the ingredients. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. As a matter of fact, I'll do it on a Saturday. I'll do it on a Saturday or a Sunday. So, you know, because I ain't trying to be doing that 2 o'clock in the morning. I ain't going to hold you. I ain't trying to be doing that at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's not going to work. So, Nicole Ellis says, making people laugh lately. I'm a comedian, but I'm resting today. That's what's good. You know what I mean? Go stand on them stages. Avoid them boos and those crickets. Yeah, I lived that life for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did what you do. Yeah. And you know how rewarding it can be when you go up there, rock your set and just murder them. Murder. And you know how disheartening it can be when you go up there and they looking at you like, so this is what you want to do for? Damn. They looking at you like, so you sure this is what you want to do for a living? So you sure this what this is what you want to do for a living? You sure? Because I don't know if this is the right career path for you. I don't know if this. But shout out to you, Nicole, and shout out to all y'all in the comedy game on that comedy grind. Peace to all of y'all. I'm not going back. I ain't going back. I'm good. You know what I mean? Comics was gonna make me hurt somebody, but we good. You said I'm Chris Tucker's little sister. Are you really? I mean, are you? I mean, like for real? You know, because Chris Tucker, I believe, is from the West Coast. So maybe I got like different fathers. You said, oh, you've been told that you're a natural? Well, Chris Tucker wasn't a natural. His stand-up after about 10 minutes, he wasn't really like that. But them two little 5-minute joints he had on Def Comedy Jam, he ain't need nothing else. What up, CC? What's good? How you feeling? Ansel Jones says, entertainment has to be the most stressful job. It ain't the most stressful. It's just that you have an entertainment. It's the most unique job that you can have because you actually, I mean, think about it like this, Ansel. You are pretending for a living. when you are a comedian or actor. You are literally going up there and pretending to be somebody else, talk like somebody else, making up wild, crazy stories in order to get a laugh. And this is how weird comedians are. Most of us go through our lives trying to avoid being laughed at. Comedians go on stage in front of people night after night after night, hoping that everybody laughs at them. So you have to think of the mentality that, you got to think about the need for attention and how they process attention in the form of making it into a profession. Like, it's different. And actors, they straight up are playing dress up for a living. That's what they do. For millions of dollars, they got to dress up, act like, and talk like somebody else. Everybody except for themselves. So it is what it is. So we're talking about can't stand for nobody to tell them no. Who's the most ratchet? Who's the most ratchet, most belligerent, even the most dangerous person that you know to be told no? It could be your kids. It could be the person you had kids with. Shoot, I mean, in a really, really toxic situation, that might have been how you had kids. Couldn't take no for an answer. I'm just saying, it ain't like no kids ain't never make it into this world because somebody couldn't be told no. And that's whether you couldn't be told no, I don't want to do it, or no, I ain't pulling out, or using protection or something like that. Yeah. Some people will not literally take no for an answer, and that can be a problem. That can be a problem. What you talking about? Yeah, Ansel Jones says paychecks aren't always the same. If you're good at it, they can be pretty consistent, but you have to make sure that you get your bookings together. If you have management, you got to make sure that they on point, because your management is supposed to make sure that you get enough money to be able to pay him and to live on your own. And he's supposed to make sure that you get bookings. So he should keep you working. A lot of people work without a manager and still are considered nationwide comedians, national comedians, but you know. Hold on. Okay. Nicole says some people laugh, some people don't. Nope, I'm being myself all the time. Nope, I don't hope nothing. I'm just asking. I'm just saying what I'm thinking. Boom, they laugh. I'm being myself. I mean, you say you're being yourself, but I know what being yourself as a comedian means. Like, your jokes are yours because your mind is yours. I mean, you're not stealing jokes or don't have a ghostwriter, but you're not being yourself. Because when you really think about it, your daily life is not funny enough to go on stage. What you gonna do? Go up there and tell them, well, yeah, I woke up this morning and then I did nothing. I just sat in the bed for a few minutes before I woke up. I was thinking about what I'm gonna do. Should I go to work today or should I call out? Then I got up. I had to use the bathroom. Then I brushed my teeth. Then I jumped in the shower. Then I got up and I decided was I going to use a new washcloth or the same one as the day before, the same towel, because laundry was running kind of low. Then I had to get dressed, and I couldn't decide whether I was going to look nice today or whether I was just going to dress down. So yeah, I wound up going to work, and I sat on the train or the bus, or I drove my car, and I was stuck in traffic, but not no long ass time, because I couldn't afford to be late again, because my supervisor, my manager is already on my ass, and so you gotta kind of, He said, that's not it. I'm really being me. I love myself. God has a funny bone for real. Okay. All right. All right. You say so, I say so. All right. So being told no, let me see. Grown woman don't try me says them overgrown rotten kids. Yeah. And I'm glad you said overgrown rotten kids, because if you accepted no when you were a child, then you'll accept it when you get older. Now, that's not to say that your power can't increase when you as you become an adult, and maybe you feel like you're supposed to always get your way. But getting your way ain't always easy. And getting your way doesn't always involve somebody giving you your way. Like if you get your way because you make your own way, that's different than having your way because somebody else bent to your wishes or accommodated you, or took your threat seriously enough to submit to them. So when I say can't stand nobody telling them no, there are some people that come to my mind that most of us have heard of, and we might consider them to be extreme, to go through extreme measures when they're told no. Look at the POTUS. Look at POTUS. Look at Donald Trump. When he's told no, what happens? What happens when Donald Trump is told no? Does he just take the no? Does he accept it? Does he just accept the no and then find another way to do something else? No. He doesn't take no for an answer. His ego won't allow him to take no for an answer. So when you tell him no, there's a good chance you might get fired. You might have to tell him yes just to keep your job, just to keep your standing, just to be okay. He does not like being told no. I don't even think he can stand being told He wants to hear yes every time he asks for something. I don't know if he's able to handle the word no even when it's to his benefit. Maybe you have to use another word besides the word no. You understand what I'm saying? Like he doesn't handle no very well. And, a few months ago, I think most of us were privy to knowing that Diddy doesn't like being told no. Doesn't like being told no. Can't accept the word no for an answer. Starts acting a fool when he's told no. Starts going crazy on people when he's told no. Now, I've known people who might not act out when they're told no, but they may do some other things when they're told no. Like if you have something that they want and they ask for it and you tell them no, I've known people that will rob you for it. Oh, well, you told me no? Okay. Should have told me yes. Because I'm going to take it now. That will be my answer. So you gave me no for an answer. I stole it and accepted yes for an answer. It's not a good look, but we know that there are plenty of people out here who live by that type of shit. And those aren't just thieves, because the difference between a thief and somebody who just can't be told no, who will steal it, that's the difference. A thief didn't ask for it. A thief will just see what he wants, what he or she wants, and take it. They ain't asked for shit. They already knew the answer was going to be no. So they'll go ahead and steal it. So we ain't talking about them. We're talking about somebody who you might ask. It might be somebody close to you. They asked to borrow something from you and you told them no. So, okay, now they don't need to borrow it because they stole it from you. They asked you to borrow $50 and you told them, well, no, I'm not giving you $50. You ain't pay me back the last money you owed me. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can understand that. No, they ain't understanding it. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to wait until you are out of sight, and they're going to steal something from you that's worth $50. Simple as that. Or something that's worth more than $50. Easy peasy. And they ain't going to feel no kind of way about it either. So waiting for a selfish person who can't be told no to feel bad about how they feel or what they do, well, good luck with that. Because that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. So this is something that we have to deal with. Let me see. Grown woman don't try me says, that's what you're supposed to do. Make your own way. Yeah, some people see it that way. People who don't like being told no don't see it that way. They get the team involved. Ansel Jones says some people are good at asking and telling someone what to do. Can you stay late at work today? Has anyone said no? Shoot, at work? Yeah, you could tell you. Now, from an HR perspective, you don't have to stay late at work. You ain't gotta do no OT. OT is for your benefit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you get paid more money, but you could have a supervisor or a manager or somebody like that who resents the fact, who looks at like you not working late as selling out your other coworkers. So yeah, I've seen supervisors and managers try to make it hard for employees who don't want to do no OT. Oh, you're not a team player, or you don't want to help out the business. Help out the business. Do it for the company. I don't even know why managers, supervisors, or anybody even says that to employees. Like, this company don't give a fuck about us. You think when I do OT, I'm giving a fuck about the company? I'm doing this because it's gonna give me time and a half. And that time and a half is easy for them to pay. It's hard for me to get, but it's easy for them to pay. What up, Elijah? How you feeling? You said live from jail. Really? Really? Is that me or you? Because I'm definitely not locked up. I'm going to say I don't plan to ever be arrested again. And I hope that I carry out my plans correctly. Grown women don't try says, look, I don't like being told no, but I can what? He says, I don't usually ask anyone for anything. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't really like to press people for things either. But I have learned over the years to ask for what I want. So, over the years, I've decided that the most important thing is getting what you want. I for too many years, I let my pride get in the way. Like, nah, I'm gonna get it for myself. But that shit is a long road. And you can be so much farther by utilizing your resources. But I understand. Oh, Elijah, you're in jail? Prove it. Prove it. Put your prison number in the comments. Because I don't believe you. Put your inmate number in the comments. We ain't gonna do nothing with it. Put your inmate number in the comments. If this ain't the first time you've been to jail, you know that number don't change. It's the same. If you are locked down, which I really, 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 really doubt, you know what I mean? Stay strong, brother. Stay strong. You in the belly of the beast. Don't let it swallow you whole. Don't let it swallow you whole. Stay strong. Do your time. Work out. Read your books. Go to the law library. Study your case. Come down on appeal. Work on your appeal. Hansel said they upgraded Facebook jail. Did they now? You know, they haven't got me in Facebook jail in a while. I wonder what that's about. I wonder what that's about. I think once he kissed the ring, once he kissed the ring of Trump, I think they started relaxing the guidelines, the community standards, community guidelines, and all of that. Because they used to bang me all the time, son. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Just do me that one little solid. Hit the like button and everything will be straight. Can't stand being like I said. I know some people that'll rob you if you tell them no. I know some people that'll set you up to get robbed if you tell them no. I know some people that'll make everybody else stop talking to you if you tell them no. I know some people that'll slander your name, you sour your name in the streets and make it seem like you a pedophile, plus you a sexual deviant just because you told them no. Remember back in the day when some cornball ass niggas would call a girl, would put a rumor out that a girl was a hoe just because she ain't give them no ass? Y'all forgot about that? I remember that. She a hoe. She give it up to anybody. She ain't even give it to you. Yeah, well, that's why she a hoe. My brother, my baby bro. Baby bro. Baby bro. My brother, my baby bro, y'all. Chucky! My man, my mellow, what's going on? What's going on, my G? That's my baby brother right there, y'all. That's my baby brother. His name not really Charles Lindsay, but he is on here, and that's what we rocking with. What up, Chucky? What up, Chucky? That's my baby boy, my love right there, no doubt. So what we talking about? What we talking about is can't stand for nobody to tell them no. Where was I? Like I said, I know people. Yo, have y'all forget? Like I said, have you forgotten that them suck ass niggas back in the day would spread a rumor that a girl was a hoe or that she give it up just cause she wouldn't give him none? So he asked, could he hit? She said no. He couldn't take it cause he know that she let his man hit. The other boy that he don't even know hit. All of the rumors, he heard rumors that she was a hoe. So he thought it would be easy. She told him no. What kind of hoe tells him no? So he ran around here calling her a hoe. He ain't had no proof. He ain't get no juice. He ain't get the juice on his stick. He ain't get no juice on his stick. He ain't get none. Nah, stick dry, baby. Stick dry, baby. He ain't getting the, the dipstick the dipstick for the oil in the car. Put that joint in there like, damn, son, your engine about to seize up, or you ain't got no oil on the stick, dog. You ain't getting no oil on the stick. Yo, your shit dry, son. You better go to the store and get some oil. You know what I mean? Get some Valvoline, dog. You need some Pennzoil. Somebody get him some Mobile. Yo, my man need some Pennzoil over here. Just stick dry. Stick dry. He ain't get no oil on the stick. He get no nothing. Yo, Try me. Grown woman don't try me said bruised egos. Hey, it's facts. It's facts. Ansel says being denied, taking time off work. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know how at a lot of jobs, people can't take their vacation time at the same time if they on the same shift. So, yeah, somebody may have already taken the time slot that you needed when you requested time off. They denied your time off. What did you do? Well, some people straight go to HR like, look, I got to have this time off because I already booked my flight. I booked my flight, my hotel reservations and all of that. I got to have this time. Actually, that's not a bad way that's not a bad way to circumvent no. It's not a bad way. At least you went the legal route. Some people just go ahead and call out. And they told me no. 3 call outs, and that's you got to have a note when you come back. 3 call outs, you got to have a note. All right. So you went to the doctor, got the note, but you was out 5 days. Wound up using six sick days. That kind of worked out. Sick days are better than using your PTO, your vacation time, Like, yeah, I'd rather use them sick days. Hopefully I don't get sick. Hopefully I don't get sick. It all works out the way it's supposed to work out. It all works out the way it's supposed to work out. That's a good one, though, Ansel. That's a good one. Being denied time off of work. Yo, man, there's some people who get mad toxic at work when they told no. How about this one? And this is not just at work. How about the people who start snitching when you tell them no? They ask you for something, you tell them you can't do it or you can't do it right now or whatever. All of a sudden, all of your personal business come out or your private dealings. There's a difference between something being personal and something being private. Private might have been something you stole. Private might have been something that you did. Private might have been somebody that you was with that you ain't got no business being with. But when it's personal, somebody might have told about, like, yo, you got herpes, right? Or she. But yeah, there are some people that'll start snitching and telling and revealing and leaking when they get told no. And that's terrible. That's real terrible. You got to watch out for those people. I mean, in my opinion, you got to watch out for all of them. But you definitely have to watch out for the people that'll start telling all your business just because you told them they couldn't have something or that you couldn't do something for them. Because they ain't trying to hear that. Because there's some people who feel like because they know things about you, whether they secret, private, or personal, they feel like you better act accordingly around me because I know shit about you and I can make life real uncomfortable for you. I can make life real uncomfortable for you if you tell me no. There you go, telling me no again. There you go. I wanna be more than just your friend. Don't you know? Oh. Look, there seems to be a caller on the line. Let's see. Caller.
You have a call from.
Let's see. Caller with the last number is 5639. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun show. What's on your mind this afternoon? What's good?
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, family. Good afternoon, love.
Yes, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah, so.
It's going.
Yeah. Okay, it's doing what it's doing. Okay, I like that. Listen, we're talking about can't stand nobody telling them no.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about people who can't stand to be told no?
Okay, so glad you clarified that because well, it don't matter. It's still the same thing. When I just turned on, I heard you saying something about people at work who don't like to hear the word no.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been in a foul mood for 2 weeks now, but it's been really bad this past week.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of these newest contracts I have is with the doctor's office.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of the contract is for me to come in and ensure that people are doing the job they've been hired to do and to train them on how to use artificial intelligence. So, of course, it's, they think I'm just coming in to work with them as a coworker. And this bitch and her bitch friend started off on some bullshit immediately. So they have formed a Mean Girls Club without ever talking to me.
Okay.
So I was invited to the Slack so I can go through each channel and make sure people are doing what they're supposed to do, talking about what they're supposed to talk about, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
And so before I even get into the Slack group, they were already talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get invited to the group, I see days before I was in, they had a whole conversation going on about me. I said, oh, okay, here we go. And so this helper she's been very passive aggressive since day one. And I haven't said a word because, of course, I can't. I mean, I can, but I'm not trying to lose my contract.
Right.
And because I had to tell someone, she's passive aggressive and she is getting ready to make me an apex predator. I'm not going to change it. Because for real, I've already looked up where this bitch works, her husband works, where her kids go to school, all the things. Quit fucking with me, for real. So, the manager has asked me, so she had a conversation with the lady, and the lady sends me this passive-aggressive bullshit-ass apology on some, I hope you don't think, and that it was never intended like that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I'm still getting my money. I don't care about you. I don't work in the office with you. Because if I did, I would have beat your ass and went to jail. For real. So the lady asked me two things. One, she asked me to take the time to train this lady differently because she has so many, she has a lot of disdain against artificial intelligence and she's not savvy when it comes to technology. And I told her, no, I'm not getting paid for that. I'm getting, my contract includes this amount of people in this group setting, not any single anything. And then she went on to ask me to be the bigger person and get along with this lady. And my response has been no. No, I will not be the bigger person. No, I'm not going to go out of my way to nothing. No, I don't give a damn what my contract says. No. And so since then, and here, let me be clear, I'm the only me in this organization. So because of that, my guard is always up. And I know this bitch got white girl tears for me.
So,
but I had to tell them I have black girl energy for her.
So you working with Laura Loomer?
Basically. and Marjorie Taylor.
Paying body.
Yeah, exactly. All three of them. And I'm like, all right.
Oh, man.
All right. So because of no, they have brought in the doctor. So he's made some comments and I'm like, these are very questionable. Like he said something about I need to stay in my lane. And I'm like, oh, that's awfully strange for someone who has a contract. Because, see, I'm not your employee. You are my client, sir. And I'm just like, this is strange conversation here. But all right, this is what we gonna do. Let's do it. But I am not. I promise. I am nowhere near like Michelle Obama. I don't believe in when they go low, we go high. I believe when they go low, let's take it beyond hell. I'm gonna drag you down with me.
Yeah.
And they're not accepting of no. The main character in this does not accept no. Like, she continues to try to force a conversation, and when I don't give her the conversation, she goes whining to this manager. Mm-hmm. She is not accepting of the word no under any circumstances. And I'm like, ooh, girl, I got a tick in me that is not happy. Listen, I have accepted my demons for how they conduct themselves. I have no filter about it anymore in my life. I followed it for years and years and all that. I don't give a fuck about it now. So if you want to wake them up, let's do it. But if I say no, I mean no. But at these jobs, these people, and here, let me be specific, and I don't mean it to be disrespectful to anybody, but it is what it is. In this climate right now, specific people like this, who aren't like the backside of my hand, but more like the inside of my hand, have a hard time accepting no. And they want to make everybody miserable in the process because they feel like, hey, you need this green more than I need it. You might be right, you might be wrong, whatever the case may be. It doesn't mean I have to accept your bullshit. And they have a hard time accepting no as a majority. I'm not saying all because I don't speak in absolutes, but I'm saying as a majority. And it's specific ones and specific genders in that group who have a hard time accepting no. And that's why we have all these videos about Karen. And that's how I'm going to leave it.
Speaking of Karen, I saw a movie on BET yesterday called Karen. You ever hear this shit?
About that neighbor.
Yeah.
And I was like, that movie could have been ended in the first 5 minutes. So they should have beat her ass.
Yeah. I'm like, they made a movie? Did the concept of Karen come from that movie? Or did they make the movie because of... All right. Because when did this Karen... When did they start calling them Karens?
They've been around a long time.
Well, what I'm saying is, how long have we been calling, white racist, disruptive, police calling white women Karens? How long has that been going on?
I think it's been almost 10 years now.
It's been at least like 10 years, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Because that movie came out a while ago. It was like 2000. I think it said 2017 to 2018, some shit like
garbage.
That. It was ass. It was. I was like, this shit. These black people in here ain't shit. And
I only watched it because it was one of those Sunday afternoon movies, and I'm laying in the bed trying to take a nap. And the remote was over there, and I'm like, I'm comfortable. I'm not getting up to get it, so let me just watch this. And the whole time I'm like, what? Did Tyler Perry make this movie? Because this is terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. I couldn't watch the whole thing, but I saw it. I watched it for a few minutes. I was like, look at this shit. Oh man. But excuse me. But yeah. Yeah, some people, when they at work, they get told no or whatever. If they really feel like they are in a position of not just authority, but if they feel like they're in a position to bully you or to make your life hard or to make you uncomfortable, they'll do it. They'll do it. And some people take a lot of pleasure in that. Like there's sometimes some people I think that only ask for things to see if you'll say no. In anticipation of hearing you say no, because working in management, I see people get set up all the time. Oh, they told me no. Like they've been trying to get rid of an employee and the employee really hasn't done anything wrong. but they may have an axe to grind against the employee. So they'll ask them to do something that they know the employee don't like to do. And then that way they can get the discipline process started and, eventually get them on up out of there if they fail to comply. Because you have to be a team player and you can't be insubordinate. So yeah, they'll get you to say no. And that sets a firestorm off of making you look like you've been acting inappropriately. It's fucked up. It really is. It's fucked up. But yeah, these are some of the things that people will do when they are told no, because they just can't take it. And now I always wonder where that's coming from, because who grows up and their parents never tell them no? Now, they may be told no on a different basis than we are. Like, I've learned not to speak for all black people, but I will say this in general. Most black people know what their parents will say yes to and what they won't say yes to. So, if your parents are strict as hell, don't ask. Can you go out all the time? Or, you know what I mean? Can you hang out with your friends late? Or can you go to certain parties that start later or will bring you home later? Or if you can participate in certain activities that your parents aren't going, you already know the answer is no. Your parents might not only be strict, but they might also be religious and strict. You know what it is. The only thing they're going to say yes to is, do you want to go to church?
Don't forget the whole, let you ask my mama if you can come and spend the night, or have your dad ask my dad, can I come and spend the night? You gotta do that kind of stuff, because if you just straight out ask, then hell no.
Well, see, that seems to work if your parents are not as strict. They may be a little flexible, but maybe they base their yes or no answers on your behavior. Mm-hmm. If your parents are straight up strict, they don't give a fuck if your cousin asks.
Right.
Yeah. They might be your favorite niece or nephew that your parents act like they like more than you, but the answer's still no. You know what I mean? And that's a fucked up joy. Yeah, that's fucked up.
How they say no?
No. Sit your cousin in there that your mom, you know what I mean? I don't want to say that she love him or her more than you, but she sure act the fuck like it. You know what I mean?
I'm the one who came out you.
Hey, unfortunately, I've seen it. It's a sad state of affairs, but you knew to employ your cousin to go in and ask for it because you wasn't getting it. The answer is no. But when your cousin asks, it might be taken into consideration. Well, let me think about it for a while, whatever. But they can't ask they can't ask after you ask. They already know. Like, no. The answer is definitely no. If you already went and asked and they said no, now you sit your cousin in there. That would be that'd be like dirty, like, damn. So you straight told my cousin yes after you told me no. Like, you ain't even gonna hide the favoritism. You ain't even gonna hide the fact that you don't fuck with me, your own son. That's damn, mom. I'm about to spread a rumor about you through the family. I know I can find an aunt or uncle that like me.
Yeah, that's some diabolical shit. I'm gonna spread a rumor about my mom.
You know what I mean? Fuck that. I'm gonna get my uncles and aunties involved in this shit. Somebody needs to do something about this. She's foul.
Somebody who can't take no for your ass. I'm gonna spread a rumor about my mama.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Child Protective Services or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Let you tell the caseworker no. You know what I'm saying? See how well that go, Mom. I'm over here in foster care and I'm living it up. The caseworker didn't ask because she come in, open the goddamn door. You know what I mean? We need to take a look up in here. We have some allegations of some abuse. So we got to take the child out here for a few days till we get the whole matter straightened out. See how you act then, Mom. See who you love for real, for real.
Well, there's an example.
Hey, you know, I'm joking, but this is real shit. You know what I mean? You got some, listen, these kids nowadays, they'll tell on their parents. They don't get what they want, they'll tell on their parents. I wish what? Listen. Shit, our parents could be, our parents could be brutally abusive. We still left the house kicking and screaming like, no, I got Stockholm syndrome. I can't leave it. When I come back, she gonna kill me.
Listen, back in the 70s, 80s even, the police will look at you like, oh, have a good day, sir.
Right?
Leave you with their parents like, somebody you're getting
She was real.
They didn't break from it. They were comfortable with it because it was just the norm.
Listen, that shit, you had to damn near get killed. You know what I mean? To go out on some child protective service. I don't even know if they had the agency up yet.
I don't think they did.
That shit crazy. But yeah, there's some people who really, really act a fool or who will do some really toxic shit if they're told no. And that's something that you gotta, seriously take into consideration because, it can put you in some real compromising positions and make you uncomfortable for a good little minute. So, hey, you gotta watch it. But
look at what we living in now. This bastard been told no so much of different things. He just like, fuck it, I'm do everything at one time.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you was listening in the beginning of the show. I'll use him as an example. You can't tell Donald Trump no. You getting fired. You know what I mean? You getting your name soured in the media and shit. You know what I'm saying? You now he acting like he never really knew you like that, never really fucked with you like that. That motherfucker was singing your praises a month ago. You told him no. Today, he was like, I was never a fan. I don't he's low IQ. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Only if you're a black woman. Low IQ. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy. But we was talking about Diddy, too. Like, you see what happens when you tell Diddy no. Like, oh, really? Okay. You know what I mean? That motherfucker get the baby oil on you. You know what I mean? You get the baby oil. Like, I don't know what he doing with the baby oil, but you about to find out.
Yeah, that's true.
You about to find out.
People like that.
But yeah, it's real shit. Not everybody can really stomach being told no. And I don't know what it is. I mean, is it psychologically, is it like the fear of rejection that actually comes into fruition and they can't deal with the word no? Because they'll some people will do whatever they can to make that no into a yes, but not a yes that you told them, a yes in action. And they good with that. So like I said, there's some people that'll steal your shit because you wouldn't let them, they asked you for this shit. They asked you to borrow something and you told them no, so they stole it.
Ooh.
I knew a lot of people like that. Now back in the 90s, back in the 80s and the 90s, but especially the 90s. People always credit the 80s for the crack era, but it was really the 90s because the 90s, we was used to the crack. We already saw in the 90s what crack will do long term. In the 80s, we thought crack was actually killing people. Remember, they used to say crack kills. This shit don't kill. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will kill you over it, but it don't kill itself. You might have a heart attack and all that kind of shit. Sort of like when Viagra first came out. Remember all them old heads was dropping dead over hard dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to get used to it. You know, you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta let it play out. But yeah, in the 90s, you had you had crackheads that had been smoking for years, some 10 years, some got clean, got, dirty again and shit like that. So you start seeing the long-term effects of it. And many of them were functional. So they knew how to smoke crack and still go to work. And some of them even paid their bills and all kinds of crazy shit. But you tell a crackhead no, a crackhead is going to turn that no into a yes some kind of way. If they can steal it from you, they'll steal it. But they're going to find a way to get what they want, because no is not an option, especially when they need to get high.
And
So,
it's crazy. It's so casual now that it just openly talked about. Like, hey, I just want to smoke a cigarette. I just did a bump. And everybody's okay with it. Nobody flinches, nobody anything. I'm still sitting like, what?
well,
Right.
cats don't even get money off of crack no more like they used to.
Nope.
The crackheads are all older. Like most of the crackheads are all over 50, 60 years old. You know what I mean? They're a passing generation. Like these young cats, they'll tell you in one breath, yeah, man, nobody fuck with no crack no more. Nobody selling that shit. Nobody smoking that shit. You know what I mean? But they fucking around with them pills and, fentanyl and all that kind of shit. I'm like, yo, y'all dealing with the real dope. Y'all dealing with the real killer shit. Listen, your crack, back in the 80s and early 90s, your crackheads would disappear for a few weeks while they was getting high, but they didn't go nowhere and die.
Mm-hmm,
Well,
true.
some of them did, but it was under suspicious circumstances. Fucking fentanyl, these motherfuckers, you die easy as shit off of that.
Right there in front of the world.
Yo, you die too easily.
Right there in front of the world in one sitting.
Ain't no reason you should die off of getting high on some shit the first time. Like what the hell? What is this? What was that basketball player back in the 80s that got recruited to the Boston Celtics, but he never made it because after the, fucking not Deep Brown. Len Bias. He smoked. They said he sniffed all his coke or whatever, and he died. He never made it to the NBA. He got drafted and never made it. He never even made it to practice. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because when I was in school, this boy I knew was from Maryland, and he admired Len Bias. He had a full size, like what they call that? He had a full size poster of him, but it was a different poster. It was like that. You know how they had them? The kids had that fat head. It's a brand called
like
Fat.
Bobblehead?
Fat Head is like a actual size poster in the form of whatever the player is, and you could put it on your wall. You know what I mean? He had that.
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He had like a fat head of Len Bias in his room. And
he was a fan for real.
Just out of college, because they was both from Maryland. So, I guess when he was a kid, whatever, he admired Len Bias, because Len Bias was really supposed to be that boy when he made it to the NBA. He just never made it. But the dude who had the post of him wound up selling drugs up at Penn State, got locked up, came back, was about to get locked up for drugs again, and he offed himself.
Oh my.
So I always think about this shit. And you know what his name was? Money Brown. And that was his actual name.
That was on his birth certificate?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was I'm sorry, it was Monroe Brown. But Money
Oh,
Brown.
okay.
Wait a minute, let me make sure his name wasn't actually Money, because wait a minute.
Wait a minute now. Wait a damn minute.
He had coached for Penn State for a while. Let me see, because he killed himself.
That's almost an example he couldn't take. No, you can't tell these drugs. And so he was like, well, I'll fix you.
Okay, you know what? Let me get it together. Okay, his name was Monroe Money Brown, but Money was spelled Monnie. A legendary Penn State guard known for his blue-collar work ethic and key role in the 1991 NCAA tournament team. You may also be thinking of, no, that's who I'm talking about. Considered one of the most successful players in Penn State basketball history. Oh, but where's his ending story? Because he, former Cager faces charges as a drug kingpin. He was getting it in. he was
kingpin.
Yeah, he was getting he used his connections. Yeah, I mean, to get busy. And as far as I'm like, and you stayed at Penn State, you thought you was gonna get away? Like, everybody know you, dude. You know,
he was smart.
And that was 1997. So he had been graduated or whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? But he was a coach up there for a while. But he was doing his thing on the low or whatever. He was all right guy though. I knew him. You know what I'm saying? He was all right dude. But yeah. So anyway, it was just an interesting story how he had the picture of Len Bias, and Len Bias died by drug overdose. Then he goes and kills himself because he said, I ain't going back to jail. I'm like, damn, dude, you wasn't going. It was drugs. You wasn't going. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you was gonna get life. You know, like, it'll be all right. Not for him.
I said.
He said I had enough. But yeah, you know, some people just can't deal with being told no. You know what I mean? Like I said,
some of it too is sometimes people, because I've come across people who they can't accept no because they have an expectation of others to conduct themselves as the way they would. For example, one of my friends, if someone tells her no, her response is always, if someone would have asked me, I would have blah, 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 blah. And I always have to tell her, why do you expect them to be like you? Why do you expect them to do as you? You can't expect the same from others as you. But her biggest issue with hearing no for something is because she would do it. She would go out of her way to whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you think some of these people too have they go in with an expectation too. Mm-hmm. They go in and already hearing yes instead of no. They have predetermined what the response is going to be for whatever it is. Like with these people I'm working with this contract, I think they thought I was just going to say yes. I'm going to be the bigger person so we can have peace. And yes, I'm going to go out of my way to train this person separately than anyone else because she needs more training than anyone else. The expectation was he's going to say yes, and I'm like, amen.
You know, okay, but you know, I know that some people can accept no from some people, but they won't accept it from other people. Like their expectations might be different with some than they are with others. It's like the same thing as saying that such and such know who to play with and who not to. And we all do. So somebody who has been telling you no all your life, like if somebody really don't fuck with you like that, you don't expect them to ever tell you yes. So it might shock the hell out of you if they ever tell you yes. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, there's some people that they might feel like have to tell them yes. Have to. Like in the case of, let's say, a manipulative situation where a man really likes a woman that might be out of his league or that's playing around with him. You know what I mean? So she may only keep him around when she hungry or need a couple of dollars and need a bill paid or whatever. You know, she might really be playing around with his heart. So she might not accept a no from somebody like him because she knows that as much as he likes her, her rejecting him will be more than he can put up with, than more than he can stand. So if she asks him, let's say she tells him, well, listen, I need $500, you know, because blah, 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 whatever. And he tells him, well, no, I don't have it. Or, you know, nah, I ain't giving you that much. And she's like, oh, okay. So now she ain't answering his calls. You know what I mean? She ain't returning his text. If they used to hang out, there's not going to be none of that. And she's trying to, strong arm him into eventually giving her what she wants, whether it's the whole 500 or at least a portion of it. But she's weaponizing weaponizing his attraction to her, you know, because she knows that he want to get with her. And she may or may not be giving him the vibes that she's interested in any way, but she keeps him in a position where he remains hopeful. So in order to even be in the running, in order to be a lottery pick one day, he gotta give her whatever she wants. So she need a ride to another dude crib. Well, she not gonna tell him that she going to another dude crib, but she might tell him that she's going to this place. And she'll get him to drop her off at the place where her and another dude are going to hook up, link up, chill together, whatever. He don't know. You know what I'm saying? So whether she needs to go out for the night or whether she needs to go to the laundromat or the supermarket or Walmart or wherever she needs to go, she Ubering the boy out. She got him straight acting like an Uber. And he'll do it because he wants to be with her and he figures if he does what she asks asks of him, maybe one day then she'll finally, let him be her boyfriend or give him a little something. In the worst case scenario, she may be weaponizing sex with him. So maybe she fucked him a few times. So because she gave up the Sips juice box, now he better not tell him no, because there ain't gonna be no more Sips. You know what I mean? You want this high C? You want this Capri Sun? You know you want the Capri Sun again. You know what I mean? You only sip from the box like 2 times. And they was far and few between. Like, she gave him one time because she was drunk. She gave him a sip of the box. Let's say 2022. In 2022, then again in 2024. And he hoping, like, I hope I get another one by 2026. This nigga hanging in there. Hey, it go how it go. So yeah, she knows that he will do whatever in order to get with her. But if he tells her no, then she's gonna take him out of the running. She's gonna take him out of the running for the Sips. for the Sips juice box, for the Capri Sun and High C. What was the other
I
one?
absolutely hate the way you're saying this.
Yeah. What was the other one? You know what I'm saying? It was Sips, High C, Capri Sun. It used to be a bunch of them. It used to be a bunch of them. You know?
Oh, let's just talk about something else now.
I'm just saying.
Move past this.
Just saying. Just saying. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's not that she can't be told no. She just won't accept no from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. And men have done it too. Men have done it too when they in the power position. Well, I know she want to be with me bad. You know what I mean? She treated him like the professor treated Monique on what was that? The Parkers. Yeah, the Parkers. Like Professor Ogilvy in her. Professor Ogilvy. Yeah.
He was a damn man.
I mean, shit, he ain't like her. Yeah, I mean, he ain't like her. But he wound up giving up the I don't know, what's the male juice box? She caught him out there.
Do you think there's a specific gender that has a harder time accepting no, or is it just people?
I think it depends on the situation, not just not the gender.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people just don't do well with power. And they will use their power. Like I said, they'll accept no from everybody else, but they won't accept no from that person. Because they know they can manipulate that person. They know that person will jump through a fiery hoop in order to get with them, be with them. So they use that to their advantage. And unfortunately, it works. Time after time after time. You know what? How about this? Toxic ass baby moms. You know, toxic ass baby moms who know, like, let's say the baby dad. See, the way that some of these kids come into this world ain't really right. You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody comes into this world through love. Some people are born into manipulation. So, you know, she ain't mean to get pregnant by the boy, but they, you know what I mean? They got with each other and did what they did, and the baby came, and she don't really want to fuck with him. But what she will do is, you know, she know that he more than willing to be a real father, husband, whatever she need him to be. But she don't want that. But she'll play around with him every time the child needs something. You know what I mean? Or if she needs something. With the threat, with the hopes that maybe we can make another baby. I mean, you hit the jackpot once. I know it's more than just one coin in this slot machine.
What slot machine?
It got to be more than just one coin in the slot machine. You know what I mean? He got to make another spermy deposit. he got to make another spermy deposit to get them coins.
I hate the way you said that.
Yeah, I know. I think it was genius, though. I'm proud of myself.
Bro. You know, I'm having a hard time accepting no lately.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I'm dealing with an Ayurvedic doctor and naturopathic doctor.
Mm-hmm.
The past couple of, just this week, last week, and this makes week 3 or 2.5 going into this week. Because the issues I had with the melatonin, of course, there's a concern, like what the heck is going on that I I had such a bad reaction to it. So now we're doing like this talk screen, and we'll both have decided, let's strip everything down and take everything away and start walking, what I'm allergic to, period, what toxic stuff I'm around and consuming.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
You have a call from
Floyd.
Go ahead, Kim.
What's up, Troy? So that has involved a lot of detox kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we are stripping away what I consume, what I use externally, what I consume internally. Because like I was allergic to pineapples at one time. And the way I found out was because my throat started to close up on me at an event. And I hadn't been able to eat pineapples for a long time up until last year. And that's because I just started doing a different kind of diet, way of eating. And that allergy started to subside a little bit. Didn't mean it went away totally, but I was able to start eating pineapples again. But now, whatever happened with this melatonin triggered that allergy to come back. And so I had pineapples a week or so ago, and that just, that was a terrible thing. So they're stripping away, and now I have to do all these different things so we can find out what's going on.
Okay.
Can you imagine all this is the result of this fucking bat? This has been an avalanche of everything because of this goddamn bat incident. Anyway, so this means the things I enjoy eating, I cannot eat right now because of them detoxing. So I get told no a lot, and it pisses me off.
Okay, I see. What
you're doing. What saying? What do you mean? No, I can't. So I am having a difficult time with this no right now myself.
Okay, but pineapples, even though I eat pineapple a lot, pineapple is rough on your system. Everybody just can't deal. I don't know what it is about pineapple. I'm not sure.
What's bromelain?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the bromelain in pineapple, the natural bromelain.
Okay, because it really will. Like when you eat pineapple, you better not eat pineapple before you eat something else that you like, because pineapple will take the taste away. You know what I mean? That shit, it bomb your tongue.
It's not just pineapple, walnuts too. Walnuts there's something in walnuts that's natural. If you eat too many, they kind of have the same effect as pineapples on your system as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So
okay, all
right. So with that, I'm like, even for me, like I love black pepper and I use like peppercorns. I can't have peppercorns right now. I can't have pepper right now.
Oh, you all fucked up.
I like spice. I can't have certain spices right now. Like everything is being walked back one at a time and slowly reintroduced so they can pinpoint what triggered the reaction I had to the melatonin.
Yeah,
caused the reaction to come back from the pineapple.
You might don't never be able to eat nothing again. Maybe you should just enjoy. Maybe you should just develop an appreciation for nice, cool water. Maybe even room temperature.
Well, I always drink room temperature water anyway.
Okay. So okay.
That's not a big deal. But I'm saying that to say, even when we're talking about this whole thing about no, some of the simpler things that we have to be told no for are difficult as well, because I am having a hard time with this no thing. And I have to say no too, because some things that I don't like now I have to consume. So I have to always think of everything as I'm eating to live, I'm drinking to live, even though I hate this thing here. So even in that, I have to say no. Now, I don't always win when I say no, so I don't even know why I say it. because I'm dealing with two women who are great at what they do and they're concerned about my health. But boy, it's tough. For example, there's this drink that like I'm drinking it now, and it's like it's hibiscus, elderberry, lemon balm, chlorophyll, liquid iron, honey, and yuzu. And it sounds delicious, but it's terrible because of the chlorophyll and the liquid iron taste gross. So it's a gross tasting drink. And I'm always like, can I add this to it? No, it has to be this particular way, and I have to drink it at this specific time in this specific amount. And it's horrendous.
Horrendous.
But but this is a requirement for my health. So even in that, I'm like, no. I'm also like, I'm not going to drink this. No, because they can't see if I'm drinking it or not, but they know. So they can tell me whenever they do scream. So I'm having a tough time with no. I'm having a tough time with saying no and it being accepted, and I'm having a tough time with saying no because I don't want to do it. So.
Okay. Troy?
How y'all doing?
What you doing with your phone?
Huh?
What you doing with your phone?
Listen, life is kicking my ass.
You got
I would have been on earlier, man, but I had to go to the ER to make sure my blood pressure was going after the Eagles game.
It's gonna be all right, man. I mean, I don't know what y'all talking about. Man.
You know, I'm kind of upset. I was kind of overwhelmed.
I was going to say, oh my God, Troy, what's wrong? You said the Eagles.
All these years, and he ain't learned how to watch the Eagles yet.
I was like Eminem song, throwing up my spaghetti, cousin heavy.
You gotta practice watching Eagles game. You don't watch Eagles game and just you don't watch an Eagles game like Eagles games ain't like basketball games. You ain't just gonna have a little back and forth, then pull away, take the lead and end out, close it out in the fourth period. Nah, Eagles they gonna make you sweat. I mean, but was we ever behind?
You say you gotta practice to watch it. Is insane.
It really. I'm not even playing about that. You gotta because they will attack your nervous system or your cardiac.
That's how I used to be watching the Colts.
Huh? It's like you watching the Colts.
I used to be watching the Colts.
Yeah, but
that's how I used to be watching the Colts. You're like, oh God, these niggas tonight don't fucking stop.
Well, yeah. Well, then
and it's like this, right? I think even winning the Super Bowls had to take away the fucking anxiety of dealing with these motherfuckers. You would figure you have a 31-13 lead in the third quarter. You would figure that you would add to it. You wouldn't allow the other team to add to it.
Wait a minute, that's not fair.
But
because wait a minute, they scored a touchdown in the third quarter, Troy. That's not fair. You're not being fair.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown in the third quarter.
In the third quarter, they didn't score none in the fourth, but they scored in the third.
Right? Yeah.
You can't expect a team like this, like
that on the short field after a turnover.
But they did it, and you can't expect a team like the Bucks, who are at home and all that heat. You can't expect them to just lay down.
See. No, I'm telling you, no, son.
I'm just saying, we won.
That's what the topic is today. Say you know.
The game was never in. The game was never in doubt.
Grown women don't try me. No.
I mean,
it's not part of the excitement of the game.
It is.
The excitement of the game is to get an insurmountable lead, so they can't come the hell back. That way, it don't affect people's health.
If the media can't argue that the Eagles almost lost or didn't deserve to win, then it's not an Eagles game. Think about it.
No, I didn't say they didn't deserve to win.
No. That's the media narrative. That's the media narrative.
That's the truth.
So they play. They play for that. That's they shit. They have to make it look like, damn. If this would have happened or that would have happened, then the Eagles would have lost. And or like last week with the Rams. They say, well, the Eagles, the Rams are really better than the Eagles because they almost beat them in the playoffs, and then they really should have won last week. And I'm like, so every time we beat somebody, the other team should have won. But when we lose, we deserve to lose. I'll never hear nobody say like the Eagles almost had that. They really should have won it. Nobody ever says that. Come on, man. It's bullshit. And that's why I rub it all in their face. You know what I'm saying? When we win, like, take that.
But I want to say this to you, son, because when I was texting you during the game, you were saying the same thing. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't remember that. I don't listen. I told you last time I talked to you, which was a long time ago. I told you.
Matter of fact, I just reconnected with you today. Yo, what's up, son? I ain't talked to you.
That's what I'm saying. That long ass time ago that I talked to you, I told you that I only analyze shit when I lose. When I win, I ain't analyzing shit. Fuck out of here. I'm better than you. You analyze that, motherfucker. Analyze this W, and you analyze your loss. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the next week.
I'm getting ready to start picking it outside Lincoln Financial Field about with a 4-0 record.
I know, right?
We got a 4-0 record, and I'm gonna be picking it for the office.
That's right. Cause they was acting like, all right, now we got a league. What I'm going to do is we gonna play like we ain't shit like we did in the first half of the Rams. Now we can go back to playing like dummies.
The Eagles is like a man treating a woman good. Oh, I already had sex with her. I can treat her like shit in the second half. That's how the Eagles do it. I already did. I ain't got to give her no money. Fuck that bitch. I ain't fucking with her no more now. I hit already. And then next week you wanna hit again. So now all of a sudden you hit again. Oh, we got it. We got it again.
You want to go get your hair and nails done?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Fucking me up, man. They just be fucking with my emotions, man.
Yeah, Eagles are wild.
I mean, the Eagles the only team in Philadelphia that will make me take a nap during the game if they fucking up. Yo, I'm going to sleep, man. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
It sounds like y'all have a hard time with no, too, because it sounds like the Eagles are like, nope, not this week.
Look,
y'all have a difficult time with that, no.
It'd be rough.
I mean, I'm shocked that they won all 4 games, considering of all the teams they had to play. You know what I mean?
People was talking about they was going to be 0-4. But that's what they do.
0-4, yeah.
They don't lose. They don't lose when other people say they're going to lose. They ain't going to lose. They might not lose again, ever.
Don't do that, son.
I mean, I'm dead serious. They might not lose again. Jalen Hurts, the more they keep shitting on Jalen Hurts, the more he gonna be like, nah. Well, tell you what. Y'all shitting on my stats. Watch this one stat that y'all can't do nothing about. He's just gonna keep winning. I bet we probably be the first team to ever win by half a point. Like, wait a minute, you won by the point spread? Yup, half a point, motherfucker. What's up? Like, wait a minute, a point? You won by 5 points, or wait a minute, what's this little period? No, we weren't won by 0.5, but we won.
So yeah, and that second touchdown, yeah, Campbell was the one that got caught on that wide receiver.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you it was number 30.
The first touchdown, I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Mm-hmm.
When the needle went right, I don't know how he thread the needle on that play.
I mean, Baker Mayfield is a good a good quarterback, but I mean,
Well,
but he don't play for the Eagles.
everybody a good quarterback. But we make them sometimes look phenomenal.
Well, when you keep the defense on the field forever, what you
That's
expect?
true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
The offense has to give. That's why we was whooping their ass in the first half, because you was keeping everybody fresh. You can't keep your defense on the field the whole time. I don't care how many subs you put in. You know what I mean? They breaking down. You got to keep them.
Yeah.
You got to keep them fresh. So a balanced attack, good offense, good offense will make a defense be good, because they at full strength all the time.
You know, you was talking about situations of telling people no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even telling a person you don't have it at the time could get you caught up with some bullshit.
Yeah, most definitely.
It ain't even got to do with the word no. No, I don't have it right now. Like my oldest kid's mother, her brother. I told him I was going to a bar one night in South Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at the bar. I'm on my way to the bar. He was out there outside now a couple of weeks, so I gave him a couple of hours, you know. And I was like, this Saturday, so I normally get my direct deposit on a Wednesday. So I was on my way in the bar. He was like, hey, bro, you got a couple of hours? I said, no, I ain't got nothing right now. I'll give it to you Wednesday. I woke up the next morning and he wound up still in my out. This was when the alphanumeric papers was out, just coming out. He stole that page right there cost $4 something. And I got it for cheaper that because me and my boy owned the pager company when it first came out. He didn't take the $50 page. He took the $450 pages. One thing led to another. They got me shot. Yeah, they got me shot. Because when I told him I didn't have it, he decided to steal from me. Just like you said, if you tell him no is telling him you don't have it is almost like telling him no.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is fucked
and
up.
He wound up stealing from me.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, certain situations, you know, the worst kind is when you use when people use telling them no, and then they'll use something as a way of not breaking down things. Like you tell your kids no, and they use it as a mechanism of not doing what you tell them to do until leather meets ass.
Or something of that caliber. Yeah.
When you know, when you start doing the boots to the ground and you start talking about where my belt at? Where my belt? Put this belt to that ass. I remember that. You know, me, I'm a firm believer of, I'll give you 3 strikes. Put the trash out, son. All right, Dad. Son, put the trash out, son. All right, Dad. I said put the trash out. All right, Dad. Smack him, smack him, smack him.
But
you tell me no.
I mean, but did the trash get put out though? We know somebody got fucked up, but did the trash?
Yeah, he got fucked up. He was getting fucked up. He got fucked up. Then the trash got put out.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't mind you saying, Dad, let me just take care of this. I'll give you. I might give you 2 strikes, 3 strikes. But when I get to the, you know, I try my best not to use a lot of profanities. But when I get to the third profanity, you know, when the voice it's like this. Excuse me, son, can you do me a favor? Can you take care of that?
Mm-hmm.
Son, can you take care of that? You hear the voice tone? Son, can you take care of that? Motherfucker! Because when you tell them to do something and they don't do it when you tell them to do it, it's a form of saying no. I'm gonna do it the fuck I want to do it. You know. Same thing with a woman. Can I get a couple dollars from you? No, I ain't got it right now. No. And then you get in bed, you try to roll over and touch her. You try to roll over and touch her. Remember, I wanted a couple dollars earlier. I mean, you ain't have, you told me no. Well, you can't have this right here. Okay. I'll just wait. You be like, I'll just wait till your ass get drunk.
you dealing with payday pussy. When you sign up for payday pussy, you understand this contractual agreement right here, right?
I want to get that on a t-shirt.
Every other week, motherfucker. Every other week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Have the bath.
What you say, Kel? Watch out, Troy.
Have the bath drawn. Troy. Payday pussy. They come with the bath drawn and the chicken fried. You know what it is. What I mean? Bring your ass in here on that Friday night. What's good? Every other Friday night.
I mean, if men start off with demon dick, they wouldn't have to worry about it because that demon dick can get it no matter what. So.
Well, yeah, but the demon dickers know that. But evidently,
you know that you do.
Look, demon dickers know that, but now that evidently they not the majority in the population. So you know what I'm saying?
That's so true.
There will always be more tricks than demon dicks. Always. You know what I mean?
There's no matter. Listen, man. You can have demon dick, but when you got demon ass girlfriends talking to the girl that wants the demon dick, that shit switches the pitch up. That changed the analogy of everything.
Yeah. But like I said, man, you got when I was talking about talking earlier about how some people who know your business will tell all your business, will start snitching because you ain't giving what they wanted. I mean, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers in jail over no, being told no.
Yeah.
I don't know where they came up with this evidence. Yeah. Discovery was on some bullshit. Like what? They got what? How? I thought dead men don't tell no lies. Yeah, but the motherfuckers who seen you kill the motherfuckers, they tell some. Like, yeah. I mean, yeah. So motherfuckers then
you said in the beginning you were talking about government not accepting no. Did you also address, government, we talking about the orange idiot.
Yeah, I was only talking about.
Did you also talk about other entities that say they don't accept no, like the church?
No.
Because what was his name? What was I can't think his name right now. I can see his face.
Marvin Sapp. When he said lock the doors.
Yeah, Marvin Sapp. When the people didn't have money to tithe the amount they wanted or gift or whatever the hell they was trying to do, and he was like, "Go lock the doors. Go lock the doors." So nobody could get out because he didn't want to accept no. And then all the church people supported that ignorance.
I know that would have been a sad day in that church if I was there.
Say that again.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we would be on the news.
If you think that day, look, hold on. If you think that day was already in infamy, you don't know how it would have been in infamy had I been there. You know what I'm saying?
I know one thing, son. He never would have made it.
He never, exactly, Troy. Never would have made it.
Never would have made it, like it's all saying.
Not at all. I wish the fuck you would. You know what I mean? You trap a bunch of niggas.
You gotta get out of my damn way.
God would have saw the best in me. God would have saw the best in me. I would have looked Marvin that bad.
But I don't really.
Church hasn't bad. Certain churches, certain denominations. I'm going to say that certain specific groups of denominations have that bad. They don't want to accept. No, they want to demand how much you need to tithe. And really, we can look at the whole entity of church, to be honest, because there's definitely a misunderstanding of what the book of Words says about tithing. And people think it means X, Y, Z, and really that's not what it says. But because that's the narrative that's been put out there, there truly is a misunderstanding, and a lot of them have a hard time accepting no. Even when you say you don't have it, they have a hard time of accepting no. So
You better take some corn and some grain up in that motherfucker. Those were the original ties.
you better take his $5 and get the fuck on out of my face.
Corn and grain. Corn and grain. That's what I'm working with. It's near it's near Halloween too. You know, there's plenty of corn. Remember how they had that multicolored corn they used to have in art class around Halloween. Around Halloween.
They still got it.
I'm just saying, I ain't seen it in a while. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that shit very well. But yeah, there are a lot of people who won't accept, who will do some really, really toxic, destructive, really treacherous stuff if they're told no. But you normally know who those people are. You just think that they won't display that on you until you find out. You know what I'm saying? If you've been running around here with a snake, and now you scared. I mean, now you pissed off because you got bit. I don't even understand. I don't understand this work. I don't get it. You knew he was a snake. The motherfucker don't never walk. He getting where he got to go on his belly with a forked tongue, split tongue, and shit. You know what I'm saying? He bites. You thought he would bite you and wouldn't poison you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Even though the words are there out loud. Well, you can hear them out loud.
Mm-hmm. When cats hang around a bunch of dangerous people, thugs and all of that shit, yeah, it's all good. When you think that they'll always be on your side. But, taking it to show business, because we was talking about show business early in the show. My girl Nicole, I don't know if she's still here, but look how many people who have had bodyguards that set them up to get robbed.
Yeah.
That shit is that it's so bad. Motherfuckers expect that. You damn need a bodyguard for a bodyguard.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Because so many bodyguards didn't feel like they was getting the kind of pay that they thought that they should get. So what did they do? You know what I mean? They almost got you turned into a body. God. But you got to watch out for people who are dangerous to other people. You thinking that it won't happen to you? Why not?
I think the most dangerous people, if you're in the entertainment business, and you have people around you, the worst people you can have around you are yes people. Sometimes you need some no people to make things sound logic to you. Because when you got yes people around, it's not beneficial to you. It's not beneficial to you to just have a bunch of yes people around you. You got to have somebody who's going to tell you, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, I mean, what if you the type that has some sense?
What if the situation is like we're living in now, where even when they try to, like what we're living in now, they try to say no, and they're met with all kind of repercussions just from being honest and saying no.
Like let's just think about this right
because
this,
right? People outnumbered.
Yeah, well, it's like this, right? Like the situation with I can't say his name. The asshole, the orange idiot. Let's just talk about him, right? If you sit back and if people, I think that if people were to hold them more accountable, it would be less bullshit. You're gonna still go through hearing bullshit, but to blatantly just considering, just keep saying yes, no, this didn't really happen. This happened, and you're okay with the shit that he says, and you saying yes to him. It benefits his bottom line, but it don't benefit the bottom line. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta say no to people who you feel as though you want to walk around and see them prosper by doing asinine things. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I was getting ready to do something wrong, let's say I'm getting ready to go shoot up a place, and I'm with son. I'm pretty sure son gonna say, no, I don't think that's a good idea, bro. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna drive past there with you. He gonna be like, Icy, let me out the car. I'm no like Trey. Before you gonna hit Troy, let me out the car. Let me out, Troy. You know, so you need them people around you. I don't have a problem with somebody telling me no, don't do this, or no, don't do that, or because it makes you make a conscious decision. Why is this person that would normally tell me yes telling me no, not this time? And that's the problem. Nobody, if you just keep saying, oh, that's cool, yes. Okay. Maybe if Cassie told that motherfucker Diddy no, he wouldn't have bought so much made bottle of baby oil. Just saying.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
you got to read the room. You got to know who you dealing with.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
You know, like you got to know who you're dealing with. I mean, there's some people who should be told, I'm told yes, 95% of the time because they got some sense. You know what I mean? Their ideas are grounded in something worthy or worthwhile or decent. Why would you tell them no? You don't tell them no just to tell them no. But if you're dealing with somebody that's a dickhead, a dickhead with money, those are the ones who keep a bunch of yes men around them. But there's
this is the thing. Let's hear this one right outside, right? And I'm not trying to get off subject. Just think about this. You just won one of the biggest cases in your life that could have got you life in prison. And you sit back and say, well, when I come home, I'm going to throw the biggest party and the biggest show at Madison Square Garden. Motherfucker, you better been talking about, you should have been saying, I'm going to tithe. I'm going to try to, I'm going to go to therapy for domestic. You should be saying some positive shit so that judge can look into that. Because you still got time you got to put in. If they say that you got time you got to put in. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to say no to yourself. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I ain't going to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the stupidity of people. You got to say no to yourself sometimes.
But that's what I'm saying. If you don't have no sense, of course, you need to have people around you that will ground you better than that. But if you are, all right. Let's use an example that's controversial. Michael Jackson kept a bunch of yes men around him. Now, if you didn't know Michael Jackson personally, you think that, yeah, why shouldn't we listen to Michael Jackson? I mean, he's Michael Jackson, right? You know what I mean? He's that boy. But we didn't know Michael Jackson ever messed around with no drugs, did we? We didn't find that out until it was too late. But the people around him knew. But hey, that's Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Mike will get what he wants. Not only is he paid, but he is genius-like in a lot of ways. But, you know, because he had that drug problem, people was like, all right, he got a drug problem, but I mean, he ain't no addict like that. Well,
still Michael Jackson.
Well, even if you're not an addict, like that, that puts you in an even more dangerous position because your body can't take it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, and Michael Jackson was very thin. So he had a doctor on payroll that would get him whatever he wanted, prescription wise, and now he's gone. You know, and by all accounts, Michael Jackson couldn't be told no. Couldn't be told no.
That's why I don't know how
he wasn't going to get you fucked up, but he was going. He wasn't going to get you fucked up, but he was going to move on to somebody who would take care of him. Mm-hmm. You wasn't trying to lose that Jackson check. That was a good check.
Mm-hmm.
Like these, you know what I mean? These Jackson checks ain't like other checks I ever got, and I'm a doctor. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get it in a lot of ways, but yeah, by all accounts, Michael Jackson couldn't be told no. Prince couldn't be told no.
I was going to say Prince couldn't either.
Yeah.
He couldn't be told no.
We all knew Prince couldn't be told no. We knew that. At least he gave us a window into his world in Purple Rain. You know what I mean? But
never meant to cause you any trouble. Never meant to cause you any pain.
you know, but the thing is, we didn't know that Prince was on drugs. And it's funny how these motherfuckers were some of the strangest cats we ever saw, and we just wrote it off as entertainment. Somehow we figured that they was clean. Fuck out of here. When you really think about the absurdity, what's the chances?
Michael Jackson had something in common too.
Did you?
Both of them were Jehovah's Witnesses.
I think all of them did drugs in that era.
I thought Prince definitely did not do drugs because his work ethic was so crazy. And remember, he made the song Pop Life dissing Rick James for getting high. Remember? What's the matter with your nose? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that where all your money goes?
But I still feel like they all did it. For whatever reason in my head, I just feel like everybody in the era did it. Only because I know people who knew some of them personally, and they all got high together. And then it just seemed like that's what they all did to me. I don't know why. I just think all of them.
Well, see, you had a little bit of
Collins on down to Peaches and Herbs.
Oh, no. I ain't talking about people like Boosie Collins and all of them. We knew they got high. I didn't think Prince got.
Because I thought that was part of that just leaned into his persona. So I was like, he got to be doing something to be thinking this is grown ass with these heels on, his butt out, these blouse with ruffles and eyeliner and more makeup than a woman. Yeah,
it makes sense.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because he seemed to be so germophobic and all of that kind of shit. He had no problem. Yeah. He had no problem putting them substances in his mouth, though. You know what I mean?
Nope.
He didn't want to breathe the air. He put the pills in the mouth.
But you know what started him on drugs, right? You know what started him doing drugs, right?
Well, they say it was.
They say it was an injury.
Yeah, from the Pepsi.
I don't know how much truth is to it or not.
Yeah, we'll never really know that. We'll never really know. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's just like
Michael. You couldn't stop till you got enough.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never really know if that was his introduction, because I don't believe that was his introduction into drugs. That just may have been the catalyst for him overusing. You know what I mean? I doubt it. I doubt that was the first time that he had ever used that kind of shit.
Yeah, he used to hang out at Studio 36 or something like that. There's no way in God's green earth he'd never done a drug in his life. That was one of the biggest disco drug infested havens ever to come out of New York. Studio 37 or something like that.
Oh, Studio 57.
Studio 54. No,
Studio 54. My bad. You got me. Yeah.
We got a lot of that studios coming up, but we ain't hit the right one to come out.
I know, right? 36. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like we calling out football plays. 36, 57, 54.
But yeah, he used to hang out in there with all them guys.
Well,
but one thing Prince and Michael had in common was they were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, God, they have a hard time saying you are correct.
Huh? What? What are you talking about, Kim?
The Jehovah's Witnesses, they have a hard time accepting no, too.
Actually, they don't.
No, I don't want to talk.
Actually, they don't. They don't give a... One thing I've always had to admire about Jehovah's Witnesses is that they do not fear rejection. They just go to the next house and the next house and the next house. And that's why if you've ever worked with a Jehovah's Witness at work, them motherfuckers get money. Because they, unlike me and you, they do not fear rejection at all. They recognize that the real work don't start until the answer is yes. A no, it's like, all right, well, no. Let me go somewhere where I can get a yes. And they get what they want. Time and time and time again. So that field service that they do gives them a mentality, a winner mentality that most of us will never, ever achieve. But yeah, they take no for an answer. But they go to where they
I
can
think
get.
as an organization, they don't, because so the same group may not come to your door every week, but they still keep sending somebody to your door week after week.
They don't be.
That's where I'm
No. It don't be
like
nobody.
my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin's dad, they used to come he worked third shift. So he's getting off in the morning at 7:00. So by 8:00, they're knocking on the door. So he would tell them every week, hey, I get off work, don't, Saturday morning, don't come knocking on this door. But every week they kept sending somebody until one day he answered the door ass naked and sent them away screaming. They never sent anybody anymore after that.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't be from the same mosque. I mean mosque. They don't be from the same kingdom hall.
Yeah.
Sometimes they.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Sometimes they not from the same hall, and they're not afraid of you saying no again. They won't send the same people. They'll send different people. Especially if you are. All right, like the lady who lives across the street, real nice lady, Miss Dorothy. Like she been priming me to be a Jehovah's Witness since I moved around here. And Mr. Odom, she do not seem to know my name is Omar. And Mr. Odom, this world is so crazy now, and there's so much going on. You got to protect yourself. Did you get that literature I put in your in your mailbox? I'm like, yeah, Miss Dot, I got it. I did you read it? You gotta read it. The truth is in there. Everything you need to know is in there. We cannot be out here and she be working. And the thing is, I've never told her no, but I've given her. Yeah, I've never told her no. But if she's a nice lady. I had no reason to tell her no. But even if I told her no, I think she was still, let me just drop a little wake up in the joint. I mean, little watch tower, and I ain't seen her in a minute.
Yeah, keep trying on you, Mr. Odom.
She literally said that. She literally said that, Troy. I'm gonna keep working on you. I'm gonna keep working on you. Hey, you need to come. Listen, come on around to the thing. To the hall. I know you'll like it. It's for people like you. I'm like, God damn. But I couldn't
like that commercial. They'll make you feel good.
But I couldn't front on her persistence. It was not to be fronted on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she believed wholeheartedly in what she believed in, and it wasn't about the no. She was like, she was gonna save my soul one way or another.
I'm gonna tell you this. There's one time I had to say no to her.
Go ahead, Troy.
I was one time I had to say no to a Jehovah's Witness. I was working at Acme Market, right? And I was walking around, and this lady had a
I'm sorry, what did she have?
What'd you say, son?
I'm sorry, what did she have? I didn't catch that.
She had a
Oh, she had a.
You know what that is, son?
I do. Okay.
So as I was walking around, her nickname I gave her was Protrudeness. So I walked up to her, I said, "How you doing, Miss Protrudeness?" She said, "That's not my name." I said, "It is today, baby." You know what I mean? So I turned back around. She was like,
That was so corny.
I said, "How you doing, Miss Protrudeness?" He said, "That's my name." I said, "It is today, baby." I hit it with the DJ drum. "It is today, baby." So I turned back around. She said to me, "Why don't you meet me? I'm not going out tonight, but why don't you meet me at church on between 13th and 12th and Federal?"
Are you making this story?
No, I'm telling you the truth.
Troy. Stop it.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
You are not.
So
You're not.
Church. It was a Kingdom Hall. This lady tried to get me to come here, become part of a Jehovah's Witness, to holler at her. I had to tell her no. I'm a Christian.
I
And the
mean,
survey says,
I had to tell her no.
lie.
And then she had a gap.
all right. It's time for us to do these
I like
birthday
to think
shout
there's
outs.
another group that has a hard time accepting no, and they're very persistent. But I would prefer not to trigger somebody on this call by mentioning this group because he has a very hard time with this group. And I just don't want to trigger him from yesterday. But there's another group out there. They're very persistent and they don't accept no too easy, and they don't have a shame about asking the next person. But, you know.
Well, you can't say that they wait. First of all, you can't say that they have a hard time accepting no when they do accept no. They just go to the next person. They accepted the no. They just went to the next person. Yeah, you getting what we talking about mixed up. When I say somebody has a hard time saying no, I'm talking about from the source that they asked it from. So I'm talking this whole time I've been talking about people who will do something to you if you tell them no. Not somebody who would go find
in Atlanta they will. In Atlanta, the white boys will do something to you if you tell them no.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. If I ain't never heard of nobody in Philly, you know, that no homeless person, you know, acting a fool because you ain't give them no money. I mean, you know, because they ask you for something.
They ain't even homeless. They just want to try to. I don't know what that's about. To be honest, I just know it's dangerous.
No, don't answer that. And you ain't asking. I'm turning your fucking mic down. You try to ask that shit. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm about to do these birthday shout outs. We already over 7 minutes. We not going a minute over. Listen, I want to thank you, Troy. I want to thank you, Kim, for calling in. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a lovely rest of the day. Hey, yo, it's been a blast. It's been a blast. Go Eagles, EAGLES. Y'all good people. Go ahead, take care of your family. Show love. I will see y'all tomorrow on the Daily Go Get It Business Show. Holla. All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 28th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Aisha Palmer. Happy birthday to you, and also Jabril, Sunshining Graham, and Malcolm Hill, Dwayne Perry, Tammy Thomas, Nina Brown, and last but not least, Veronica Lopes. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all, and I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 28th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, well, some people just can't stomach being told no, whether it's because they fear rejection or whatever. But I don't really think this is about fearing rejection. I think this is about not accepting rejection. If done in a positive way, it's called persistence. Not taking no for an answer. It's just called persistence when done constructively, positively, with some candor, with some with some decorum, with some decency. It's just called persistence. And that is something that should be taught to every child. You know what I mean? Make sure that when you ask somebody for something, maybe it's a good idea to make sure that you have something to give them in exchange, if need be. But there are a lot of people out here that just won't accept no because they are diabolical, because they are toxic, because they are manipulative, because they know that they can do more damage than they can helping to build something. And we got to deal with that. That's something that we have to deal with. I want to thank all y'all for coming through. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Monday going into Tuesday, for another daily go-getimism show. So make sure y'all come on through. But before I get out of here, let's go over the poll question. What's the worst thing that you have ever seen a person do when they were told no? 17% said cry, pout, and curse people out, insult them. 26% said stop talking to someone, slander their name. 26% also said get angry, fight people, act a fool. And the biggest percentage of people said, which is 30%, says steal, rob, or set people up to get stolen from and robbed. Man, that's terrible. Real terrible. Hit the like button before y'all get on up out of here, y'all. Hit the like button before you get up on up out of here. If y'all tell me no, ain't nothing I can do about it. I gotta eat that. Y'all have a good night. Holla. Peace. And thanks once again.